not actually understanding that this is the elevation. Good day, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am Mely, and today I just wanted to come. I'm in the line at the bank, but today I just wanted to come on here because I realized that the bank stopped letting people inside of the bank. You guys, you have to only use the the things outside. But with that being said, it made me think about all of my fellow educators that are returning to work today or sometime this week. And if you're not returning in person, you're returning virtually, even worse. So I just wanted to come on here, you guys, and say, keep going. It's going to be okay. We are going to make it through these times, y'all. I think I am bothered more so by the fact that I was just on social media and I'm looking at all the comments on social media, Facebook and Instagram mostly, about people being upset about going back virtually and how their kids aren't receiving the education that they need and the teachers don't care and the schools don't care. All right. So let me just break this down to my non-educators, right? Y'all are out here talking about what y'all don't know. Stop saying that these teachers don't care about y'all kids. They want a free check and they want to stay at home. And y'all, first of all, it's harder to do virtual. It's harder. Y'all aren't aggravated by yourselves. The teachers are aggravated too. I just wanted to come over here and further explain why I quit, because I didn't just quit because of the coronavirus. A lot of people are like, oh, you quit, but you're still working with kids, tutoring or whatever the case may be, so it makes no sense to quit. So let me explain once and for all, going into this beautiful new year that we are going to make the best of, that we are going to be great in. I did not just quit due to the coronavirus, okay? I quit for a plethora of reasons that ultimately led to my mental health, like, struggling, right? Like, waking up in the morning sad, on the way to work crying, oh my God, I don't want to go. This is not what I want to be doing right now. And don't get me wrong, I was that teacher. Listen, I did what needed to be done. You know, I understood the assignment. I created the assignment. Let's be clear, okay? So it wasn't even that. I love the kids. I didn't just leave the classroom and start tutoring kids and this because I don't like kids. I love the kids. I love what I do. I love it. But as far as being in the school itself, it was just time. It was just time, y'all. From having to deal with going through a divorce. Okay, so I had Mackenzie in 2019, November 2019. Mackenzie's my 2-year-old daughter. She just turned 2. And then after giving birth, life just went, I don't know. I kind of feel like I went through postpartum depression. And that kind of affected me in ways that I didn't see or didn't realize until now, after looking back on the situation and being able to like better understand how I was feeling. Looking back at the situation though, I'm able to see like, yeah, I was definitely struggling going through postpartum. Me not understanding what I was going through at the time, my husband was not understanding what I was going through at the time. And that led to a lot of just misunderstandings, miscommunication, just uneasy feelings. It wasn't working, okay? And so we decided to go our separate ways. And then school starts, pandemic hit. I'm like, okay, I'm going through a divorce, I just had a child, and now my grandmother passes. And so now I'm grieving, going through a divorce, just had a child, postpartum. Then, if you've been keeping up with my channel, you will see that I did an Ancestry DNA test. So, I'm going through this, and then I go to finding out all of this new information about my life that I've never known. Okay, oh, y'all, because lines are moving, but mine isn't. What's going on? Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, hold on. We moving again. All right, so fast forward. If you follow my channel, you can go look at those videos. Definitely check that out. I did an Ancestry DNA test, and then I go to find out all this information. So that also threw me into a loop. And if you watch that video, you see after meeting my father for the first time, what happens. So at this point, I'm like, okay, God, what's up? Like, what's up? What are we doing? Y'all. And then, of course, the pandemic was a whole nother ball game all on its own inside the classroom. We get back to school. The first piece of us going back to school during the pandemic, after being virtual, we had about 6 kids in the room, and they all had shields. They were very much separated for the end of the year. Things were going well. It was only had about 5 or 6 kids. Come August, we go back full-fledged. Whole classroom. No virtual. What virtual? All right? All the kids are there. Kids are testing positive left and right. Some kids not being tested because their parents didn't do the consent form, so you don't know whether or not this child has it, does not have it, whatever the case may be. I got a daughter. My grandmother passed from coronavirus. I'm mentally like my grandmother was literally fine one day, gone the next. And this is the very first month of the coronavirus. And so I'm like, these kids are testing positive. They're not going home. They get these letters that say not in close contact with the person that needs to be quarantined. Although I know they were in close contact. Watch them eat breakfast with no mask on, sitting next to that child. We have not been given the proper PPE. There aren't enough shields for all of the desks. Of course, there isn't enough room to separate the kids properly with the 6 feet needed. So I'm in danger, life in danger. I'm worried. My anxiety is already horrible. So I'm just really going back and forth, debating, praying to God every night, just going through it, struggling mentally, just struggling, like wanting to be the best, everything that I could be, while trying to balance out all the worst of everything that was going on. So I'm still going to work, still giving it my all, still trying to be, do the right thing by the kids. You can't really people are like, don't do virtual, we need to be in the classroom. But with the coronavirus and being in the classroom, y'all, it's not like it's regular school. It's still protocols and procedures to follow to keep you and yourself and the kids safe. So you're not interacting with the kids like you normally would. You're not in small groups like you normally would be. The kids aren't getting to use the manipulatives and do things and activities like they normally would. So that also took a toll on me too, because again, y'all, I love what I do. I'm the teacher that we're up singing, we're dancing, we're rapping, darn anything you like, y'all. I love what I do, and I wasn't loving it. I was not loving it. I was not loving going to work, sitting behind the desk, kids on one end of the room, I'm on the other end of the room, and half the time we are still on the computer. So it's not like, I'm collecting papers, passing out papers. We're, getting that hands-on experience. You're still on the computer because we're not trying to, cross-contaminate, touch papers and things like that. It took a toll on me. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I didn't like it. And my mental health was already struggling. Then, to make matters worse, it's like, okay, so I have a little sister. My little sister is 27, and she has cerebral palsy. She doesn't talk, walk. She has a G-tube in her stomach that she eats from, and she has a trach in her neck. My mom is my sister's caregiver. My mom watches my daughter while I work. So in the morning, I was waking up, dropping Mackenzie off to my mom and my little sister, going to pick her up in the afternoon after being exposed to the coronavirus all day, and then doing it all over again the next day. My mom is in her 60s. My sister is severely disabled. And I'm putting everybody at risk. It's on me. Because they don't go anywhere. They don't leave the house and go anywhere or interact with other people. So it's on me. It's on me. So that was definitely constantly wearing on me, like, oh my gosh. And the only other options would have been to put her in a daycare, because her dad, he works too, and that's a whole nother story, because he was inside of the school as well. So yeah, it just led me to my decision, hey, y'all, because I'm still in line at the bank. This don't make no sense. But this does not make any sense. Y'all been here for 35 minutes. Okay. I say that to say I didn't just quit. Excuse me. All in all, I say that to say I didn't just quit because of the coronavirus, y'all. I quit for a lot of reasons that I felt were necessary in order for me to be happy, healthy, and successful for me and my family. All right, so I'm just trying to make the best out of life. If you have dreams, chase your dreams. You get one life to live, just one. It's no do-over. You can't go back and start over. It's just that one life you get to live, and you have to make the best out of it. You have to do what you have to do for you. Be true to who you are and do what makes you happy. I have not been happier. Y'all, I am genuinely happy. The other day, I woke up and was able to take my daughter to swimming lessons. Middle of the week, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I just felt so good, y'all. In that moment, I felt so good. Just knowing that had I not quit, I would have been sitting in somebody's classroom, for one. I wouldn't have been able to give her that opportunity. You know what I mean? It gave me nothing but joy to see her and see how happy she was, and to know that I'm able to do this because I quit my job. I just want to share my experience and let people know that I did not just quit due to the coronavirus. Don't play with her. That is not what I did. Life is bigger than that.